Wow, look at that windsock.
Welcome to the Nut House.
I watch most of Sunday Night Trucking, but I never use chat. Posts in chat. I never use chat.
Welcome back.
You didn't get a card, but you got a bow. Wait, what? You got a bow? I don't understand. Do you mean a bow tie? Do you mean a bow on a present? Or do you mean like a long bow? What kind of bow do you mean? Oh, a bowl to put things in. Oh, I misread that. I thought you said bow with an exclamation mark. I didn't see. I thought it was an exclamation mark, not an L. You got a bowl. Dude, I can't believe you're so easy to please on your birthday. A thunderstorm on a bowl and you're happy? That's amazing. I wish my kids were easy to please like that. Oh look, another toll booth. Oh, we're behind the police. We had some nice thunderstorms here last week, like proper ones. Proper, like, heavy rain. The kind of rain that if you just stand in for 10 seconds, you might as well have had a shower. You got socks as well. What a day.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Are you still driving the tractor stuff, Apple? Like gearing up for winter and stuff?
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Could have made these roads a bit wider, in my opinion. Jeez, there you go. Welded on the plough last week. Wait, is there much to do in summer though, Apple?
Keep right.
Ozzy the Critic, Paul the Dangerous Driver.
You have arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
Wait, why is summer crazy, Apple? Explain to me, like, what are you... I know in winter you're busy shifting snow and that kind of thing, probably rescuing people, but what are you doing in summer? Stock up on road salt, maintenance, fixing things, all the other things a normal construction company with their own quarry does in summer. See, I didn't know you worked for a construction company, Apple. I thought you worked for like a snow clearing place. I didn't know they had a quarry as well. Right, let's see where we are. Oh, actually, let's go and grab this stuff here. In Norway, construction companies clear snow in wintertime. That's interesting. I guess it kind of makes sense because, like, you don't really get much construction done in winter because it's just like dark and freezing cold. So it does make sense. So polite. I would have just carried on.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, permafrost, yeah.
Happy anniversary letter.
Higgy, Paul's already been away for about a year.
Get ready to turn
You know
right.
how life is. Congrats on the PPL. Really want to get mine back. Higgy, welcome back to the stream, sir. A year break. There was somebody else in here yesterday or the day before. Who was it now? Very similar circumstance. Said that, you know, been away for basically a year. But welcome back, sir. Thank you for 47 months. DB95. Thank you for 5.
Turn left.
You're off playing 5M, Apple. What character are you playing in 5M?
Happy anniversary letter.
Foz, thank you for 5 months.
Go straight on.
Go straight on. Okay.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
This reminds me of some of the Spanish towns I've driven through. Mercedes.
Oh, yeah.
Ray Arsenal, thank you for the bits. The wife is away on business.
Turn left.
Got the home to myself, and of course I'm gonna sit and enjoy Sunday night trucking. Nice.
Turn left.
Get the barbecue out, grab some beer. Get the mates over, put a dartboard up. Dodgy builders? Dude, that was like years ago. That game is like 5 years old near enough. Probably more. I don't like Licorice Infernal. Can't stand the stuff. Did I just go through a red light? Not that you saw. No, I didn't, Connor. I did not. I just went to a junction and turned left. Let's quickly see what jobs are available. Work out where we want to go. Yeah, get your eyes tested again. Now we've got two options. We either head up through Serbia or we go up through Italy. Most of the jobs are going that way. What's that one? I fancy going up through Macedonia, but nothing's heading that way. It's a bit of a disappointment. Good night, Ozzy. Is Macedonia the place of the gravel roads? I think so. I vaguely remember that. We'll have to take this job and then go north. Take some clothes.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Just come back lights.
Go straight on.
It's my favourite nut. Cashew, like honey roasted salt. What's it? Honey roasted cashew nuts are probably the most dangerous for me. But I do like almonds. I do like Brazil nuts, not almonds. Brazil nuts.
Turn right.
Pistachio nuts.
You have arrived at your destination.
I like most nuts,
Your
to be
route
honest.
guidance is now finished.
Guidance is now finished. Let's have a look where we go. Yeah, pistachios are great. It's just that you have to sit there and open each one up. But peanuts are probably out the lot. Peanuts are probably the most uninteresting. See what I mean? I do like walnut though. Walnut's really good. Okay. It's like the lamppost just went, "Get off me!" How dare you drive into me? Wow. And we're gonna have to do the old... Trickaroony. I'll be honest, Zarek, the brakes were cheese. Considering I wasn't even hauling, I slammed on the brakes and nothing happened but cheese. All I got was like, cheddar! Like that. It just took forever to stop. I have to F9 because the truck chassis is too high.
Go straight on.
It's not an air bubble in the brake lines. It's a can of Coke in the brake lines.
Get ready to turn right.
Get ready to turn right.
Turn right.
I bet this car lets me out. Scumbag! I bet this bus lets me out. Scumbag! So there's no logic. Sometimes they stop and let you out, other times they just drive past. Oh look, scumbags, I'm here anyway.
Keep left, and then turn left. Turn left.
If you're in this lane and you like, how are you supposed to see the lights? It's like, it's crazy. You've got to look over there for the light. The one up here is useless. There's nothing in front of you. Whereabouts are we? Just south of Macedonia. And a toll booth. When did the slipper cam go away? About 2016, maybe earlier. I turn fatigue off. I just sleep at night. Was it really cold? Blimey. Been following since 2015, never seen the slipper cam. Okay. In that case, then it was 5 years ago. How tired will your driver be if you turn on fatigue? I think if you turn it on, it goes instantly tired, I think. You was there for the slipper cam. How old is your account, Viking? What's the slipper cam? The clue's in the name. It's a camera that was pointed at my slippers. I don't need to document things, Mickard. We're on the internet, everything's documented automatically. All it needs is somebody to go and look it up. made this new one after forgetting the password to the email you linked to the old one. Can you just reset it? You don't need a phone number linked to it, do you? You just reset it to your email address?
Caution. Please mind the speed limit.
Yeah, I'll be honest, Red Devil, I think the wheel cam is better than the slipper cam. I mean, a slipper cam is more useful in racing scenarios, but still not as useful as like a wheel and shifter and stuff. I don't think. You lost the password to the email address. Viking, have you got a password manager? Because it kind of sounds like you need one. Because you lost your password to your Twitch account and you lost your password to your email account. I think a password manager would be perfect for somebody like yourself. Because you have too many passwords. Put it this way, Firefighter, if you don't have a password manager, there's only so many passwords you can really remember in your head. And so anybody that doesn't use a pass manager probably has at least one account where they're using the same password. At least. Slippercam, August, September 2015. Whiteland, you need to take that up with some viewers in chat who claim that they've been here since 2015 and I never had a slipper cam. The safest thing to do is write them down on a bit of paper. Yeah, and just leave it on your desk. Got the tweet that asked for it. Well, I don't know, Whiteland. That's for you and chat to discuss. John Fezzer, how you doing, sir? I'm good, thank you. You've got 202 passwords in Dashlane. I don't know how many I've got. No idea. A lot. I use the passwords, I use secure notes in there, I use the credit card stuff in there. It's like if I want to pay something on the website, I just click and it just fills in my credit card number, expiry date. It's so useful. Yeah, put your Wi-Fi password on the front door and leave some keys under the mat as well. And I find it's better if you leave your car keys in the car for convenience in the morning. You can just get in the car and drive off. There's no point taking them in the house. You had an operation on your leg on Thursday to remove a tumour. Wait, what? A tumour in your leg? Dude. Are you going to be okay? I didn't know anything about that, John. I hope you're okay, man. How long have you got to rest for? Rome 10 followed December 2014. Was Rome 10 his first account, Tom Sunday? I've lost track with Rome, he's got that many. Arc B, welcome back. Putting keys under the mat. Honestly, I completely ban that in my house. Like, my daughter and even Mrs. Squirrel are like, oh, we'll just leave the key for it. I'm like, no. Nope. There is no key going to be left outside of this house. Nope. Not happening. It was, oh, a benign one, fair enough. The size of a tennis ball. Wow. Dude, that's massive in your leg. A tennis ball. Even a golf ball, I'd be like, are you serious? 6 to 8 weeks off work. Wowzers. That's pretty serious. White was wrong, you meant 2013, not 2015. Rip. Rip Whiteland. I mean, a tennis ball is probably getting on for the size of your kneecap. So I guess that means you basically can't really use your leg very much either. You just got to, like, you can't walk around and stuff. See, if I was him, I think I would have given way there. Considering he had to merge into my lane, and I'm a lot bigger than he is, I think I win. You're not kidding, what? You had the original wheel cam and face cam by 2015 February. Yeah, it sounds like a pre-full-time thing. It's kind of hard to remember now, it was so long ago, it's like 6 years ago. But Mr. Ryback, Sticky Passwords was the best program you ever recommended that I purchased. I used it for everything, for home and work. For memos, credit cards, I'd be lost without it, and every password I have is different and secure and long and random. Exactly, Ryback. And that's how you stay safe on the internet. Exactly. Because if any one account gets compromised, you don't compromise anything else. But yeah, I'm the same, Ryback. I wonder how I ever lived without it. I've got that much stuff in there now. You've got a moon boot, it's more of a moon leg, and crutches for a couple of weeks. Oral morphine keeping me in check. Jeez, man. It's not, how does that even happen though, John? I mean, how do you... Is it a hereditary thing? Is it just some random thing that happened to you? No, you don't, Baz. There's no way you remember that from the start of 2015. That's not possible. Thanks. Can I have, one of those, please? That's from yesterday. And it's not got ice in it.
Caution. Please mind the speed limit.
Caution, busy moving cup of tea. What password manager would I recommend, and is it free? Well, the one I use isn't free. I'm always a bit hesitant to recommend a password manager because there's quite a few of them, and they're all...
Caution.
There's no like password managers that you can say that's the one you should use. They've all got the kind of pros and cons, strengths and weaknesses. You know, they've all got... Depends what platform, like what operating system you use, and some are good on iOS and some are good on Android. And personally, I use Dashlane, but it's not free. I think there is a free version of it, but I don't use the free one. And it keeps it all in the cloud. But there's a few. There's like the best thing to do. Wow, what's this? This motorbike just sat there watching. The best thing to do is have a look at some websites that have reviewed them. like top 5 password managers or something. Jeez, man, that's actually on fire. When Cloudflare can get hacked, I can't trust a password manager. Why then? Okay. What do you trust then, Whiteland? Where do you store all your long passwords? Hi, come. Just one of those things. You had it for 3 years, it grew and grew. I was on the waiting list for 11 months before I got the op. Wow, man. That's insane.
Keep right, and then turn right.
So you've been living with this thing for 3 years?
Turn right.
Actually, 1234 is a password, it's just not a very good one. Casey Webby, thank you for a year. Simlane, welcome back. Bullets Coat, 41 months. All my passwords are near enough the same. 4 or 5 letters difference at the end, but I use Dashlane and LastPass. MK Dons, thank you for 34 months. Got to the point where I couldn't fit in skinny jeans. Oh yeah. What, because of the lump on your leg? Or was it like in your thigh or something?
Happy anniversary.
At the roundabout, take the 3rd exit. Exit now.
Valtiel, thank you for 44. Skinny jeans are so last millennium. 80s had drain pipes.
Go straight on.
And then came bleaching your jeans and ripping them. That was an 80s thing as well.
Get ready to turn left.
If you double authenticate, you don't need to worry about being hacked so much.
Turn left.
It's your email account that you need to keep the most secure.
You have arrived at your destination.
Because, you know, if you forget your password to any account, chances are you need to reset it, and that's going to come back to your email. If somebody gets control of your email account, then, you know, they can go to your other accounts and start resetting things. So you've got to two-factor your email account. Wow. It's time since I've had a drive-in drop-off like that. What app do you use for two-factor? I have 3 different ones. Google Authenticator app is the one I use the most, but I also have Authy, and the Microsoft one. Are you considering playing Transcend World? I'm considering trying it. I don't like the direction they've gone with all of it, but what can you do? Think. Let's see what we've got. The right side of your car, hang on. Holy sub bomb, what the heck? Wait, what? The Jet Rob with 10, Stu Harris with 20, both at the same time.
Welcome
Holy
back,
moly, man.
Nutter.
The Jet Rob and Stu Harris just dropped 30 subs between them. Yikes. Loads of new subs as well. Absolutely loads of them were new. Guys, thank you so much.
To the Nut House.
Thank you for dropping 30 subs in the Nut House. That is so generous. GG. And can you please remember to thank either Legit Rob or Stu Harris, whichever one gave you the sub. Just please remember to give them a thank you if you were lucky enough to get one.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Oh yeah, look at that. That's crazy, John. So I mean, you can only see like that much of it. So like, obviously the other half is in there, isn't it? So does that mean?
Welcome to the Nut House.
Does that mean like your leg now? And I hope you don't take this the wrong way. Does your leg look like somebody's taken a bite out of it? Because obviously you've got where it used to be, or can they somehow? Can they somehow like stretch the skin back, or will the muscle grow back? Like, how does it work? That's crazy, man. That. Okay, that's one option.
Welcome back, Nutter.
Honest to God, if there's one thing I really want SCS to redo, probably right now, I think above everything I would want them to do is redo this whole job market. It's so frustrating. Because this is like the primary thing for looking for, you know, all your trailer mods all feed into this market. You pick things wherever you fancy to go, whatever trailer you want to take, it all goes via this job market. And look at this, we've got one job that goes back where I came from, one job that goes north, and then every single job from here on in just goes southeast. Like every single one. It's just like, how hard can it be to just have, like, and 25% that way, 25% that way, 25% that way, 25% that way. Just create some variation. It's so annoying. Anyway, we're going to have to take that one and go north through Macedonia. You think it's more to do with the map? It's got nothing to do with the map. It's got literally nothing to do with the map. It's simple pathfinding is what it is. If you boil it down, it's basically mathematics, right? That's what it is. The map doesn't look anything like that to the sim. It's just literally a connection of. It's what they call it in maths. I did this in computer science. It's called a tree theory or something like that. And it's basically all that stuff. It's finding routes between nodes. That's all it is. I remember doing it in the computer science module. Like A-star algorithms and all kinds of stuff. I remember being taught the, what's it called, the salesman problem. Was like one of the problems we had to code. Like, the salesman problem is, a salesman is given 3 different clients or N different clients that he wants to go and visit, and he has to decide the most efficient way to go to them, to visit each one, using the shortest possible route to all of them. And that's like a classic algorithm problem. And you have to solve it and then explain how your algorithm solves it in like log time, log n time, all this kind of stuff. That's the kind of thing you do in computer science. And it's no different. That's all that is. The travelling salesman problem, that was it, thank you. The travelling salesman problem.
Take the first exit.
It's quite a tricky thing to code efficiently.
To the nut house.
Exit now.
Want some cake?
Sounds like nuclear science. It's not. It really isn't. But it's not easy. It's a tricky problem. It's one of those things where, like, the problem is simply stated, but very, very hard to do well, to solve well. It's one of those kind of problems. That's just a travelling salesman problem, though. Mr. Legit Rob, thank you, sir, for also dropping 2,500 bits for the best streamer in the community. You are so kind, Legit Rob. Thank you for your kind words, and your bits, and your sub-gifting. Amazing support, thank you. Thank you very much.
Welcome to the nut house.
Keep right, and then exit right.
Brute force is the best mechanism used today. Brute force is one approach.
Exit right.
But the problem with brute force is, as the number of nodes increases, the time to solve goes up exponentially. For like every one node that you add many combinations. That's the issue with it. Like, brute force works when you're talking about 100 nodes, but if you start making it a few thousand, it starts to become a whole different proposition. Anyway, my point is, the job market needs a massive overhaul.
To the nut house.
In the way that it generates jobs. I'm not talking about the interface or the way it filters them, just the way that it generates jobs, so that you get more variety in what you're presented with.
Welcome back.
True, but Aussie, thank you for 55 months. Nothing to see here. Move along. Thank you, sir.
Keep right.
You let the slavers do it for days and then store the results for reference, dear Bob.
Welcome to the nut house.
Exit right. Get ready to turn right.
You can't really, you can do that in a fixed world problem.
Turn right.
If you're talking about the real world, you can get away with that. Because the world doesn't change that much, like road connections don't change that much. But if you're talking about what I was talking about with the job market, where it's continuously changing, you can't do it that way.
Turn left.
It's a different kind of problem solving.
You have arrived at your destination. Your route guidance is now finished.
Route guidance is now
To the
finished.
nut house.
Geez, those sub-bombs are still going. What you lot like?
Welcome back, nutter.
What is it we're taking again? Pork. Alright, so we need refrigerated. So all 4 of them are refrigerated. Okay, so it's got to be one of the first 4.
Welcome to the nut house.
Presume that's going to have a steering axle on the back, maybe. Let's take that.
Happy anniversary, nutter.
Oh yeah, the delivery driver thing. The whole traveling salesman problem is... it's good when you're learning to program. It's one of those problems that you can wrestle with in code, you know? And it's also useful when you're on a computer science degree, it's a good exercise to give to people. But in terms of the job market thing, that's a different proposition. Oh, I thought that one was going to let us connect then. Lethal Thrust. Thank you for 53 months. True Blue Aussie, I would have thought it was like 4 AM for you, man. Look at all this. That's weird. What's going on here? Then it just goes to a fuel station and then stops. What's all that about?
Happy anniversary, Nutter.
Not bad, Lestat. Thank you. The most efficient way to code up prime numbers to X. That problem is being... They're still calculating prime numbers, can you believe it? Pug, 20 months of the only content I watch on Twitch. Wowzers. No reason to watch anyone else. Hope to see more No Man's Sky streams. Can't stay and watch today, sorry. Pug, have a good day, sir. No worries. Yeah, Train Sim Fan was around a few weeks ago.
Get ready to turn right.
I think Train Sim Fan has other interests in life now. The interesting thing about Train Sim Fan is he's become less and less of a Train Sim fan. That's the big irony. I think he's more into aviation now than he is trains. No, I think he's just, he started to get older and just kind of, I don't know, maybe he did more real life stuff, but he stopped watching Twitch so much and stopped being so obsessed with trains. So, yeah, just life-changing. Remember, he wasn't that old, he was still a teenager, and just when you're that kind of age, you can rapidly change, you know? Your interest can suddenly move. I won't be surprised if he came back as Flight Sim Fan. Plane Sim Fan or something like that. He was annoying. Dude, that guy... When he first came to the channel, he came so close to being banned. So close. I had mods begging me to ban that guy because he was such hard work. But we persevered, and now he's like one of the guys that you can point to and say, that's an example of how, you know, treating somebody the right way, like good moderating, patience, you know, like timing him out instead of banning him and just basically just retraining him. Like, he's an example of how it works. Why is this truck not moving? What's going on? Random. So yeah. And you know, he actually calmed down in the end.
Right.
Of course, when we used to do the farming, we was still a bit of a troll, you know? He'd be like, oh, I accidentally ditched my tractor. And we're like, really? He was still a bit of an attention guy. Like, whenever we did farming, he always kept, like, driving past me.
Please mind the speed limit.
You know what I mean? Like, wherever I was, he'd be like, oh, hi, Mom. That's me again. And then 10 minutes later, Train Sim Fan's going past her on screen again. Okay. Well, that's true, Baz. What's going on here? Oh, he's clipped his trailer on this guy's mirror. Nice job. I thought you was a truck driver, mate. Apparently not. Oh, you're Renault. Okay. It's okay. By the time he used to do Discord sub chats and try and sim, oh, he was so like he wouldn't.
Please mind the speed.
He didn't know when to let other people talk. That's for sure.
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right.
Happy anniversary, Nata.
Wow, look at this. The queue at the car lanes versus the truck lanes. Normally it's the other way around. Sakakina Risa Games with 68 months. Dude, that means you're... What the actual...
I'll find him.
What on earth just happened? What that? Hang on, have I got a, Thank you, Beaker. Anyway, Sakakina Risa, I was going to say, you're coming up for, 6 years at Christmas.
Well, here's another nice mess you've gotten me into.
Oh yeah, just laugh it up. Thank you, Thomas. Thank you, Beaker. $19.23. That might save me. Laughing up, fuzzball. Star Wars. I'll be honest, that was super weird, whatever just happened. It doesn't make any sense to me.
Happy anniversary, Nata.
Everyone clipped it. What a surprise. Adanaran, thank you for 10 months. Oh my god, Karasuma, that is such a hypothetical question, isn't it? If Mixer and Renault offered you £1 million contract to stream on Mixer exclusively and only drive Renaults, would you accept it? Dude, can I ask you a question? Why would Renault or Mixer ever want to offer me something weird like that?
Please mind the speed limit.
Like, what's in it for them?
Keep right, and then turn right. Turn right. Keep
How long
left.
would I have to do it for? Is it like a day or something? Because you didn't put a time limit on that. Like, if it's a day, £1 million worth it. If it's for the rest of your life, £1 million arguably isn't worth it. For all eternity. You get to wear a cool Renault jacket. Hey, was it Motley, I think, and the rest of the guys bought me a Renault t-shirt at Truckfest. And it's actually quite a decent shirt. I said that the only downside about that shirt is the fact that it says Renault on it, because the rest of it's a nice shirt. That's probably it, Pringle. But thought the mic hit the logo. It did. Do you remember? I put it on, but the mic just blocked the logo out. It was beautiful. It was so poetic. I've still got that t-shirt in my drawer. Yeah, but easy trip, I'm not being funny, but that's quite easy because nobody knows that you're doing that.
Welcome back.
Agent Tech, welcome back. Is there any pictures of what? Remember Simple Sim. Nope, no PO Box. What do I think about the whole situation with Ninja and the people at Twitch? In what respect? The t-shirt. I've got the t-shirt upstairs in the bedroom, but I don't have a picture of it now. The next bake-off, probably Christmas, I think. Who's Ninja? Ninja's a streamer who plays Fortnite. Everybody's waiting until the end of September. They want to see what happens with his sub count at the end of September. Because, you know, basically Mixer's given him like 1 million subs, which is just ridiculous. The Twitch staff seem very unprofessional. I think somebody's made a few mistakes at Twitch in regards to his account. They kind of exploited his page. So here's the deal in case you don't know what happened. So Ninja got paid by Microsoft to take his channel off, to take his stream off Twitch and go and stream it on Mixer, because Microsoft wants to grow Mixer as a platform, as a streaming platform, as a competitor to Twitch, right? So Ninja got paid an undisclosed amount of money to go and stream exclusively on Mixer, which he has done. While he's there, Microsoft have basically given him, anybody can subscribe to Ninja for free until the end of September. So if you go there and you click subscribe, you're literally giving him money, right? And he's already got like over 1 million subs now because of that, which is an insane amount of money, plus whatever other deals. Meanwhile, back at Twitch, somebody had the bright idea of, on his Twitch page, where he'd put his offline screen saying, "I'm now over at Mixer," they had the bright idea of like advertising, what was it? They advertised other streams on his page or something like that. So they effectively took control of his page and used it to advertise other things, which then opened up a can of worms, because everybody was saying, well, hang on a minute, who actually owns that? Who owns a channel? Who owns the page? Oh, that was it. Yeah, that's what went wrong for them. So they basically started advertising other Fortnite streamers, right? Instead of it just being an offline page saying, hey, I'm over at Mixer now, it was a page that showed other Fortnite streamers so that you could click on them on Twitch, right? But what went horribly wrong was somebody started up a channel streaming pornography, which went right up the list in the Fortnite stream list, and so that page, Ninja's page, ended up showing a bunch of Fortnite streamers and a stream that was showing pornography that wasn't shut down for like 2 hours. And there were like kids, because Fortnite's kids, right? They were going to Ninja's channel and seeing this link to pornographic stuff. And Twitch took like 2 hours to close it down. It's ridiculous. So it all blew up in the face, but then it opened up the whole question, or yeah, it's a big blunder. It opened up the whole question of who owns the channel. Like, up until now, everybody thought that the streamer controlled the content on their channel, right? So if I stream, if I'm live, you can see the content I put out, but if I'm not live, I can put up, you know, hey, I'm not live, guys, next stream, whatever. But nobody can stream on my channel, and Twitch don't suddenly take control of it and start showing, you know, content from other Euro Truck streamers, or, you know, just randomly advertising other things that they feel like doing. Like, there's part of the undisclosed contract was, or is, that on my channel, I control what content goes in it. But then when Ninja left Twitch, Twitch jumped on this whole thing, seized this opportunity, it's all blown up in the face, and it's now opened up the whole question mark of, well, who actually owns the channel? Does Twitch own it? It's on their platform. Or does the streamer own it? And if the streamer decides to go somewhere else, what right does Twitch have to grab hold of that channel and do something else with it? It's a real problem, and it's really opened up a conversation. You know, Twitch have kind of come out looking like a bit unprofessional in all of this, and Ninja's kind of come out smelling of roses. So it's been a bit of a PR disaster for Twitch. It's not gone the way they thought. And yeah, lots of streamers are going, Twitch, I see how this is. So everybody's kind of watching what they're going to do next. Anonymous gift to Train Sim fan. Welcome back, Train Sim fan. Welcome back, Agent Tech. Yeah, it went oof. That's exactly what it did. Content creators have been getting a raw deal across the platform. They have, because one thing that really a lot of the content creators really don't like is when Twitch have been getting a hold of your sites and advertising other streamers. You know, allowing a streamer to run ads for his own channel on somebody else's channel implicitly breaks the whole contract that a content creator has with Twitch. That's like stepping over a line, you know? I mean, from a business sense, it's not illegal. It's just kind of morally questionable whether they should allow that stuff. But when money's involved...
Caution. Please mind the speed limit.
Caution, stop daddying me. People at Twitch seem out of touch. Yeah, a lot of the people that I've known at Twitch for years are, and this is sad to say, one by one they're kind of moving on. And the words that I'm hearing from these people who I've known for years at Twitch, you know, and they used to say it was such a great place to work, it was such a family community, you know, it was such an awesome place to work. It's not anymore. It's changed. Ever since pretty much Amazon bought it, they've started to focus more on the numbers, more on the metrics, on the, you know, it's a kind of a new management style. It's all about, you know, results and spreadsheets and that kind of thing, rather than what it used to be. And a lot of people are starting to slowly move on. I know a number of people that have left and are going working somewhere else. So it's definitely changing. Twitch is, I mean, you know, it's possibly inevitable. If a company like Amazon buys it, or it gets so big, so much money flows across the platform, inevitably it can't keep its kind of family knit aspect that it used to have years ago. So, you know, maybe enough people will get annoyed with it eventually that Mixer will become a success, or some other competition will kind of step in, but it is definitely a changing platform, that's for sure. When did they buy it? A couple of years ago, I think. I mean, Amazon's done a lot of good things for Twitch. The whole Prime thing, for example, has been a massive success for Amazon and for Twitch. And for the streamers. Like, the whole Prime thing. But when staff members are starting to get unhappy, though, that's when you start thinking, well, I don't know, Connor, but it works. The reason you knew about Twitch was when it was advertised with Prime. Interesting. I think Ninja's page was taken down. I think Twitch stepped in and after all the backlash they got, I think they've like removed his page completely.
Keep right, and then exit right.
It's still what does it say?
Exit right.
Yeah, I would expect it not to have gone anywhere, but I think they've removed all the content. I don't think you can watch his VODs, can you, or anything like that. Well, it just says go to Mixer. Well, they must have put it back then, because I read an article last week that said it had been removed.
Please mind the speed limit. Get ready to turn left.
Interesting.
Turn left.
Because what Twitch didn't want, and understandable, this is understandable, what Twitch didn't want is to have a page that said, hey, I'm now on Mixer. Like, as a business, that's bad for them. It's kind of like having Coca-Cola with a billboard sign saying, hey, go and drink Pepsi. You know, you don't want that. So I can understand Twitch wanting to take that down, but what they did was they stepped over a line.
Turn right. Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Well, Bandits, that's the real $1,000,000 question, isn't it? It's like, if Mixer doesn't go anywhere, will Ninja come back to Twitch at one point to go, hey, can I come back now? That's a question we'll have for the future, isn't it?
Make a U-turn.
I mean, I'll be honest, if Mixer doesn't work out, if Ninja's still big at that point, Twitch would be foolish to say no, because at the end of the day, it's a business. And if Ninja's going to bring in a lot of money, they'd be stupid to say no.
Straight on.
Yeah, he's set for life. Totally set for life. With that deal. You'd be crazy not to take that deal.
Get ready to turn right. right.
No, I wasn't going to get any fuel because I've got half a tank. It was just a waypoint for me to get the town discovery done. Once Paul takes the Renault deal, he'll be set with a new Clio every year.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Oh my god, fire solstice. I honestly, some people, like, when you say things like that, he could go and get a real job. It's hard not to take some offense to you saying things like that. I'm not going to make a big deal out of it, but Solstice, you wouldn't believe how much work goes into doing something like what I do.
Caution.
To say that it's not a real job is like... You're basically saying that I don't have a real job and Ninja doesn't have a real job and all the streamers on Twitch don't have a real job. It's really annoying, to be quite honest with you. The fact is that doing this is a real job. I pay my mortgage with it, so how can it not be a real job? But anyway, like I say, I'm not going to make a big deal out of it. But Ninja, the deal he took, he's made millions from it, and he could retire at the end of the year and not work for the rest of his life. And fair play to him. As a business decision, he did the right thing.
Caution. Please mind the speed limit.
That's what others call it annoyance in streaming. Oh, so you weren't saying that you felt that way, you were saying that some people say that. Fair enough.
Caution. Please mind the
I think, I don't know, probably the older generation, like, who maybe didn't get brought up with PCs and the internet and technology and gaming, they struggle when they say, how can you make a living doing that, right? Because to them it feels a very, like, ethereal thing. They can't understand it. They don't play games themselves, so they can't understand how anybody could make a living effectively what they see as playing games. Therefore it's not a real job. But I think anybody who was kind of brought up with gaming and the internet probably understands it a lot better. That's what I think. Whether it's true or not, I don't know. Well, I had to do that as well, Karasuma. I had exactly the same problem. Back in 2014, I was running a full-time job, and it was a very trying job. I was running a full-time job and doing YouTube and doing Twitch. I mean, and it affected my health a lot, to the point where I had to basically make a decision whether to go for it or not. And I'm lucky and happy to say that I went for it and it's worked out. But there's still people trying to do that. They're still trying to sort of make that leap. For other people, like if you don't have a family or whatever, if you live in your parents' house, it's a lot easier, isn't it? Because you're not paying the mortgage.
Never mind. I'll find a new route.
Well, yeah, the quality on TV is similar to Twitch. It's another way of consuming content, same as YouTube. There's a lot of people who watch more YouTube than they watch TV. There's a lot of people who watch esports more than they watch real sports. It's no different. People who play FIFA instead of kicking a ball around the field. It doesn't mean to say that it's any less competitive. You go watch like a big ESL Counter-Strike tournament, a final, and tell me that that's not as competitive as any other sport final. Jeez, this is ridiculously narrow. I think the last Counter-Strike final I watched, it had like 450,000 people watching it.
Caution.
How can you say that's not... How could that not be real if nearly 500,000 people are tuning in? Yeah, Netflix has been a game changer for sure. You checked recently you watched 90 hours of YouTube that week. Oof. That's a lot. That's like well over 10 hours a day. That's a lot.
Exit right. Exit right.
You watched a guy play 130 hours of Red Dead. Way better than the Tosh on TV.
Caution. Please mind the speed limit.
Very true. I mean, there is some good stuff on TV, but there's a lot of junk. The problem is with TV, I think the signal-to-noise ratio has gone the wrong way. And by that I mean the amount of quality content compared to the amount of rubbish has become so bad that it's hard to find the good stuff. The underscore, thank you for 2 whole years, sir.
Turn left.
Enjoy the golden acorn. Mrs. Squirrel's playing with Doyle in the garden, I think. The problem with TV is that it's still built on the old protocol of broadcasting, as in there was a time when you had to look at the TV schedule, work out what was on that you wanted to watch, and then plan your week around TV content. So you'd be like, well, Thursday at 7 o'clock's got my favourite thing on, therefore I need to make sure I'm at the TV at 7 o'clock on that evening. So you plan your evening around that programme being broadcast. And then it's like video recorders came along and they could be programmed to record things at certain times. That started to change. So the point then became, well, now I can record stuff, I don't need to be at the TV. Whereas if you look at the way people consume content now, it's on demand. It's like people just go and consume stuff, what they want, when they want to. There's none of this waiting around for a certain time of day. That's all gone. But a lot of the TV stuff still has this like legacy attitude to things.
Happy anniversary.
While we're doing a U-turn in here, we might as well quickly fill up. Well, Netflix understand it, right? So when Netflix create a TV series, they don't do the classic, and this annoys me so much. Look at how Game of Thrones was broadcast on HBO. 1 episode every Monday or whatever. You're like, oh my god, I've got to wait a week till the next episode. Netflix just go, hey, here's 10 episodes of Series 1. Boom. And people just love it. It's like, this is how I want to consume the content. I can just watch it all the way through now. So Netflix understand it, but traditional TV still don't get it. Watchtower, another one with 2 years. I can't believe it's been 2 years. Thank you for the amazing content. Thanks to the Nutter community for being awesome. Thank you for supporting the stream for 2 years, Watchtower. Our commercial breaks are just the most. Honestly, well, if I watch something live, honestly, I pause it. On Sky, I pause it while the ads are on, go and make a cup of tea, come back, and that guarantees that the next ad break I can fast forward through. And then the third ad break, I'll pause it and go and make a cup of tea. And it works. You read Twitter during commercials. If I don't pause it, I just mute it. One of the two.
Get ready to turn right. Turn right.
Mr. Watchtower, as well as 2 years support, he's just gone and dropped a little sub bomb. Cheeky 5 sub bomb. Thank you very, very much, Watchtower. Guys, if you got a sub gifted, please remember to give him a thank you. Senatum, are you on about the Coke advert on Twitch? Do you know what, Senatum? The adverts on Twitch now are doing my nut. As a viewer, they're just doing my head in. And the amount of times Twitch has broadcast that Coca-Cola advert with a massive CGI tongue, which is just like the weirdest advert ever. I mean, I understand you want me to drink Diet Coke, but why are you showing me a massive tongue flying around the screen? And if it's not that, it's some advert for flipping one of the Amazon Prime TV series. Mr. Manmace, 38 months. Why watch normal TV when can you watch Squirrel? Exactly, I agree.
Keep right. Exit right.
Well, I use the Twitch app on my tablet, and you can't avoid the ads, unfortunately.
Exit right.
So I keep seeing them. But you know what frustrates me the most about these ads, and I've said this before, is just the fact that I want to be able to just walk into somebody's stream. You know, if I go into a game category, like say I'm watching some iRacing and the streamer stops streaming it, right? I want to go to the iRacing category and see who else is playing. So I'll be like, oh, I don't know who that is. And I click on it. And I just want to see a bit of content to see if I like it. Because if I go in there and they're all like screaming or whatever, I'm going to leave straight away. But I have to watch an ad now. I can't see like the content before I've gone past an advert, which is just frustrating. Not to mention it's 30 seconds long and it's guaranteed to be the Coca-Cola advert. So I'm always seeing the same thing. So I inevitably just leave the channel, and therefore that guy didn't get a potential follow. Yeah, because he couldn't get past the advert. And then you sit to yourself and think, well, how many people are doing that here? How many people wander into my channel, get an advert thrust in their face and immediately leave and never know if they could have followed? So it basically, it's hindering discovery is what it's doing. The adverts are loud. Well, that's been a thing on TV for a long time. Ad volumes are here, content volume is here, and as soon as you bounce into an ad, the volume level goes up massively. But they say to you, no it doesn't, but it does. RKL, welcome back. Nugget, I changed my wheel December last year. Where's the Amazon Twitch doesn't need ads to make revenue. Do you know what? I actually agree with that, because if I look at how much money I get from Twitch for adverts, it's so small, you just think, why bother? Unless they're keeping most of the money. Whoa, 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 what's going on? Dude, come on! Scumbag.
Go straight on.
That wasn't even brake checking, that was just stopping in the middle of the road for no reason. He totally deserved it. Well, honestly, Connor, that's literally the only way I can do this.
Turn right. Get ready to turn left.
Sick of seeing ads for games on YouTube 4 times in one 30-minute video is overkill.
Turn left.
They're always for games that you don't want to play as well, aren't they? Whoa! Like, I saw an ad today, I think it was on YouTube, for Fortnite. Some new stuff in Fortnite. Mate, you are targeting the wrong person. Yeah, I expect you're going to get a lot of Call of Duty ads around about probably September, October. You're bound to get Call of Duty ads, right? But in terms of like ad marketing, if they're targeting me for Fortnite, they're hitting the wrong demographics. Think all advertising agencies think all games are identical. I don't think they think all games are identical, but I think advertising agencies are probably not gamers, so they don't understand gamers. All they see it as is a contract. This company wants to advertise this product to this audience. That's how they do it. And then they'll try and understand things to a certain extent, but they just do enough to get a Doyle. No. Hey. No. No barky. Speaking of which, Lord Doyle of the Shire is here. Doyle, come on. Come on. Up you come. Urgh. Noisy, barky dog. Put your paws on the wheel. Like that. There you go. And now you can have a snack.
Desperately wants to go out.
He desperately wants to go out.
Nope. Was that third tasty bite a bit too much?
That was my armrest moving. Does Doll like cats? Define like.
He likes them at a distance because he thinks it's fun to chase them.
If he sees a cat in our garden, he goes ballistic.
But if he sees a cat on the pavement when he's on his walk, he looks for it and then crosses over.
Yeah. It's really weird. If he sees a cat in the garden or on the shed or something, he just goes absolutely nuts. If he's on a lead and we walk past a cat, he just looks at it and walks off. It's weird. You're a cat person, firefighter. Well, I'm a dog person.
Does firefighter, have you ever seen a Maine Coon cat?
A what?
Them, a Maine Coon. I think that's how you
A
pronounce it.
Maine Coon?
Yeah.
Never heard of
Apparently, you play ball and you can walk them on a lead. They look awesome.
that. A cat that you can play ball with?
It's massive.
That's not a cat then, is it?
It is. It's awesome.
Mr. Watchtower, thank you for 1,000 bits. Here's some bits for Doyle to add to the snack fund.
Oh, thank you.
High five, Mr. Watchtower. Thank you very much for the biddies. You're allergic to long-haired cats.
No, I like long hair and fluffy. That's what makes them fluffy and cute.
Doyle looks like my Pickles. I'm assuming Pickles is an animal.
Unless he's got a very old pickle and it's got a bit of fur on it.
You're afraid of dogs? How can you be afraid of that?
Well, to be fair, there's a lot. You have to have one nasty incident as a child and it puts you off.
Yeah, but you know, that's why we got a dog, isn't it?
I was bit by a Jack Russell. It wasn't very nice. So I do feel your pain. Some dogs are very dodgy.
Pickles is your Westie.
Aww, snapsies.
That's a funny name for a Westie, Pickles. I always think, when I'm picking a name for a dog, I always think to myself, if I was stood in the middle of a field with people, like a park or something, and your dog was running around, how would you feel about standing there shouting their name? Would you feel okay going, Pickles, Pickles? And then you have people come up to you going, yeah, I'd like some. No, I'm after my dog. You had a teacher called Mrs. Pickles.
Oh, that's nice. You named after your teacher.
I had a teacher called Billy Fat. Well, actually, that wasn't his real name. He wasn't. His name was Billy, and he was quite fat. Well, huge actually. But everybody called him Billy Fat.
That sounds like something you'd call him behind
No,
his back. That sounds mean.
His actual name was Mr. Fian. His name was Billy Fian, but he was just called Billy Fat. It's just school for you. He was a lovely guy as well.
Poor guy.
He's a really good chemistry teacher. I think he's had enough here. You fed him about 50 million cheesy bites. Gonna get bad stomach.
Look at him looking at the bag. Give me more.
Say bye-bye now. Bye-bye. Bye-bye.
Bye, everybody. Bye, Pickles.
Off you go.